Wait, were we actually counting in time together?
I think so.
Count with me. 1,
Okay.
2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
3.
No, we were not counting in time.
No, I was doing a bit. I was going to
Wait, count with me. 1,
1,
2,
2,
3, 4.
4.
Wait. Oh my God.
It's pretty close.
That's crazy. Y'all don't know this. I have suffered. I have suffered
Clap you think she should suffer.
I have suffered with bad internet in basically everywhere I have lived. It has been y'all, for the past 12 years, I have just happened to live in areas with bad internet. And I call up Comcast or whoever, and they're like, yeah, you just live in an area with bad internet. I'm like, well, do I get a discount? They're like, do I get a discount? No, you just live in an area with bad internet. Sorry. It is what it is, my boy.
Well, I think that's
the fact that I have good internet here in the studio is just so, like, I'm so happy.
There's no way that's true. I think these companies, they just say that. There's no way that everywhere you live had bad internet, because I used to have the same problem too. That's just not how that works. I think their internet is just unreliable, and they just can't do the thing. There's no way that we just happen to always live in bad internet.
Well, specifically, our issue is that Hollywood has a lot of like old infrastructure that needs to be updated, and our specific area of Los Angeles doesn't have like the newest internet cables that run into our building.
Because you're
like
a block over, like a vagina.
A block over where my studio is, I get like great internet because like the cables are connected, but they're just not hooked up to our neighborhood or our building.
Do you know that the internet is running on a cable at the bottom of the ocean?
Is that really how it's running?
Google that.
Yeah. It was a big scandal because like somebody let me just say, I'm not going to recount this perfectly. Do your own research and find the story. There was like some government official or army guy who like leaked the location of the underground like internet cable like publicly for like, it's like out there in the world now. So if you want to go take down the internet cable, you can.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's like we didn't change clothes between podcasts. Hold on. I'm wearing one of my favorite shirts.
And by the way, this is the one about, this is a completely different day than the one about books.
Look at my shirt.
What is it?
Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, it's just one internet cord. That sounds. There's just one. By the way, it's huge. It's not like it's not like this.
Can I show you these pants I got? How cute these are.
Oh, they are cute,
right?
They're little boho.
Very boho. Very, very, very boho.
Why don't we say bohe?
Wait, why bonique?
Bohe, like bohemian.
Oh, I don't know.
So this is the cord. Yo, this cord is gigantic.
How big is that?
Just a small cord. This cord is huge. I think it might be like the size of a person, like thick as a person, maybe even thicker.
Girl, that's a damn HDMI cord.
But also to be clear, there's not one cord that does the entire internet. There are multiple ones.
That's what Bob said. Bob said, yo, do you know there's one HDMI
I did not say that. What I'm saying is like it's not all done through satellites. There's like cords.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That really gagged me.
And where is this cord going to?
Nation to nation. Nationwide.
So like when you
on your side. Sorry.
So when you send something to the UK,
don't ever make a face when I sing.
It's going through this cord. If I'm sending a dick pic to someone in the UK, it's going through this cord.
Well, they also go to satellites too, though.
So what is the cord doing?
I don't know what the cord's doing, but this cord is doing some internet stuff.
You the one that brought up the cord. Now you know nothing about the cord.
I don't know what to do. I don't know everything about it, but I'm just saying I gagged when I found out that some of our internet or a lot of our internet is on this fucking cord or on these cords.
Okay, but when do we get the cord then? Tell me.
Yeah, so they go between countries.
Okay. And Bob, have you seen this cord?
I do not get into the ocean.
That is probably the blackest shit about you.
Yeah, I don't get in the ocean. Everything I do, right? Everything I do.
I mean, all the black people I know, I'm also from an island, so I grew up with black people loving the ocean. But I feel it's like a big thing that a stupid what's it we're looking for? stereotype that black people don't like to swim or black people don't like water. I'm like, a lot of black people love the water. That shit is this bullshit.
Well, I can't swim.
And I've offered to teach you, and that's going to be another anything you can do. I'm going to teach you how to swim in my
Brandon,
pool.
can you swim?
Yes.
You from Maryland, D.C.? Maryland.
Black people like the water. You, nigga, you the only one that don't like the water.
No, that's not true. My family don't swim. Ain't
I
no
love
beaches
the
in Atlanta?
There are beaches in Atlanta. I saw
Fake
them
beaches.
in The Color Purple.
Fake beaches, like the one you got dragged. Okay. Color Purple does not take place in Atlanta.
Georgia.
This is what drives me crazy about that scene from The Color Purple. It drives me crazy in the new Color Purple. They're at the beach. Do y'all know how long it would take to walk from the swamp to the shore? They did it in one song. They did it in one song. Also, the coast of Georgia is not cute, y'all. It's not like the beaches don't get nice till you get to like North Carolina or go down to Florida. It is rocky. It is cliffs. The coast of Georgia is not like, ooh, I'm sure there are a few spots, but like the coast of Georgia is not giving what y'all think it is.
Let me look up. I'm looking up right now. The coast of Georgia. Coast.
It'd be looking like the Galapagos.
Of Georgia beaches. There we go. That's the third search. Okay. No, Georgia has some nice beaches.
Well, you go down there. But Chicago's beaches are shit. Do you want to apologize for what you said about Chicago's beaches?
I said what I said. Chicago doesn't have, those are not real beaches. Those are fucking fake beaches. That's not real.
Atlanta literally has fake beaches.
No, this is a real beach.
Atlanta is not on the coast. I'm talking about Atlanta.
Atlanta. Bob, look at Bob. These Georgia coast beaches are nice. What are you talking about?
Well, I ain't never went over there. I don't go to the beach.
Now Bob's saying, girl, this is nice. I want to go there.
I'm looking at these images of these beaches.
Jekyll Island. There's Tybee Island. Tybee Island is cute.
I don't think they look nice.
I mean, why all the houses on there look like plantations though? I don't like that.
Because they were plantations, Monet.
I know. I don't like it. Okay, I have a question.
Have you ever been to a plantation?
Huh?
You ever been to a plantation?
No, and I would not want to go there. I'm not interested. I think I'll be full with rage. Just like when people go to the point of the return in Africa. When I see videos of that, I can't even watch the videos on social media. It gets me so angry.
Do you remember a couple of years ago, you and I wanted to walk the path?
Underground Railroad?
Which, by the way, just because the Underground Railroad was not all, it wasn't all walking. There were like carriages and stuff. There's no one Underground Railroad. But I wanted to walk from Maryland to Pennsylvania.
That's crazy.
Bitch, every time I used to walk from Maryland to Canada.
That's crazy.
Canada.
How long would it take her to do that?
Well, first she was going to Maryland, but then the Fugitive Slave Act passed, and then any formerly enslaved people anywhere in the country, these are not from the other day. This is from yesterday. Any formerly enslaved people.
Y'all, we changed on camera. They know we changed. What are y'all doing?
They don't know. Y'all didn't see that, and gaslighting's not real. So then after the Fugitive Slave Act passed, no matter where you were in the country, if you were a formerly enslaved person, you were a fugitive. And if you helped them, you were also a fugitive.
But how long would it take her to walk to Canada?
A couple months. Maybe a month. It's not all just walking.
I think I could do it in a week.
In a week?
We're just walking. I walk pretty fast.
Do you walk fast?
I do.
Well, as a gay New Yorker, I walking fast is like part of, like, I cannot. When people walk slow, unless you can't walk fast, bitch, move.
But it's more annoying when it's a bunch of people trying to get something done, like on the sidewalk, and then one bitch is walking slow. Or even at the airport. When people walk slow in front of me at the airport, that should be irritating.
You know what really pisses me the fuck off? If you need to stop walking, move to the fucking side.
Yeah, don't do it in the middle.
At the airport with your luggage just to stop walking while traffic is flowing behind you, you're going to prison.
I agree.
You're going to prison, and I'm calling the cops. That shit drives me. I hate that shit. It drives me insane. You know who's the worst? People who stop at the top of the stairs.
Yes.
You know what's even crazier? People who stop at the top of the escalator.
Yeah, that's
bitch,
wild.
we're coming. We can't not come.
That's also, I literally read Dewan for this earlier. Dewan cannot walk in a straight line. If Dewan and I walk in, we're walking Dewan, it was slowly, I'm like, nigga, can you walk a straight fucking line, please?
Maybe his depth perception, not depth, maybe he needs those blinders.
The one be like, I wanna crash into you. That fucking Beyonce song, bitch. It's crazy. Dewan cannot walk in a straight line.
I mean, I'm right now. I'm a mover and a shake. When it comes to walking, baby, I be zipping.
What does that mean? What I guess mover. What is a shaker?
A mover and a shaker is just someone who just gets things done. You're a mover and a shaker.
Yeah, but why? I know the turn of phrase.
Because you're
why
moving
shaker?
through life and you're shaking things up, I think.
Shaking things up. Okay.
Do you zip through?
Like in walking?
No, bitch, in scooting. Yes, in walking.
If I'm on a mission, like nobody just walking at a good pace, but I'm not like swerving through lanes on a highway. No.
No, in New York City, when I walk, I am literally zipping through everyone. I am zipping. I can't. I'm slide to the left.
When Bob and I used to first hang out in New York, and Bob used to get these little cloth shoes from fucking Payless, and Bob used to have his little booty short overalls on.
They were not booty shorts. They went to my thigh, my mid thigh.
Girl, no, Bob, they were above your mid thigh. You know those were your little hoochie daddy shorts. Don't put on for the camera. Those are your little hoochie daddy shorts, and it's cute. And I have a picture of it. You're saluting my contact image for you.
Hey, we sharing contact images?
Let me not make sure your number not on there.
We sharing contact images?
Because Bobby on some bullshit.
Since we sharing contact images, I'm gonna show you my Monet contact picture.
Does this look like they're literally up to Bob's fucking pussy. Coochie cutters.
This is my contact image for Monet.
The glam, honey. The glamour.
I believe this is at the West Side Market. No, this is backstage because there's a wig head on the thing.
But we went to West Side Market that night though.
I used to love taking pictures of Monet at West Side Market. Monet used to get these salads that she swore was healthy.
They were healthy. They were very healthy salads. I used to get chicken.
Once it's drowning in salt and dressing, it's not healthy anymore.
Okay, first of all, you see, that's how much you don't know me. I don't like a lot of dressing on my salad.
That's how much you don't know me.
Can I tell you? Oh my God, I saw something today, and my blood is fucking boiling, Bob. My blood is fucking boiling. I am so jealous.
What?
I'm so fucking jealous.
What?
And I think it's your fault.
What, bitch? What?
So, Fenty / Rihanna X Puma is having an event, and they brought all these black content creators to Barbados. Ricky Thompson, Simone, Denzel Dion, fucking Nene Elishiro. They're all in fucking Barbados at the Fenty Puma Rihanna
I think
event.
it's Nene. Is it not Nene Lashira? I thought it was Nene Lashira.
He said, he was on my show. He said Nene Elishiro.
Oh, work.
And they are all in Barbados having fucking sawfish and ackee and everything for breakfast. Rihanna was there last night. I was like, what did I do that I'm not invited? Like, what? I would influence.
Monet, I need you to answer this question, okay? Who would you rather hang out with, me or Rihanna?
Girl, the way I would literally kill you to hang out with Rihanna.
Monet.
And I just don't know about why? Like, why don't they want me to be a part?
Monet, listen. Oh, I'm blurry.
Okay, you just got what's it. You said Monet.
We're messy.
We are not messy. Stop saying we. Stop saying we. You are messy, and you bring me down into the mess with you.
No, we're messy. Yeah, Monet listen, that girl y'all see on Monet Talks, that's not Monet. That girl y'all see on the pit stop, that's not Monet. The girl y'all see right here on Sibling Rivalry, that's Monet. That's Macaroni Exquise. That's Kevin Burton.
I'm so fucking when I tell you, I opened my TikTok, my Instagram in the morning, I was fuming. Simone sitting at breakfast, her Insta story last night, Rihanna just in the mix.
Simone from Drag Race?
Huh?
Simone from Drag Race?
Yes. Damn, that must hurt.
And you listen, this is not to those girls. Bitch, y'all better fucking work. I am speaking 1,000,000% from jealousy. I am 1,000% jealous of what y'all are doing.
Let's invite Rihanna on the podcast.
Huh?
Let's invite Rihanna on the podcast.
I would love to have Rihanna on the podcast.
Let's talk more about it after this break, actually.
I'm really trying to hold in tears. I am so jealous.
I'm sorry, Monet. I'm sorry that you're not hanging out with Rihanna. I'm sorry. How can I help?
I don't know if you can help. When you went to the traders, you should have had a shout out when you got eliminated. Instead of saying, I swear to God, I should have said, Rihanna Monet loves you. And I am a trader, be out. That's what you should have did for me.
Well, what can I do going forward?
Not to be cool when we talk about these brands.
You can reach out to M and be like, hey, my friend really likes Rihanna. Can you connect them? That's what you could do.
How do we get you and Rihanna in the same room? But will you be cool, though?
Yes, I would be cool. I've met a lot of stuff. Bitch, I met
Are you ready?
SZA, and I was cool.
Ready?
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Oh my God, Rihanna. My name is Monet. I'm a drag queen.
Monet, I know about you.
What do you know? Oh my God,
you do the podcast.
Yes, with my best friend Bob.
Yeah, me listen to your podcast from TM to TM.
TM.
What you laughing for?
Rihanna, I thought you were Bajan. I didn't know you were Scottish as well.
No, me doing this thing when you hear me accent the other time. That's not the real way me talking. This how me talking.
Okay, so it's kind of like Jamaica, Scottish.
Me mommy Scottish. Me father from Barbados. Me raised in Jamaica.
Oh, wow. I didn't know how multicultural you were. Again, more reasons why I just love you so much.
Lots of people don't know about Rob and Rihanna Fenty in the way you know about me. No, I like your podcast. Some of the stuff your co-hosts say, Sherry. What's the word they say? Oh, make me mad, Irie.
Irie's a good thing.
Oh, yes.
Good. Yeah. Okay, so you're happy with the podcast?
No, me listen, it make me airy. But some of it, a little shady.
It is a little shady. And I personally want to, on behalf of me and my co-host Bob, I want to apologize for anything that you may have heard that was unsavory.
Me want an apology from him. You want to hang out with me? I need an apology from him on the podcast. He got to post it on all socials.
Let me tell you something. I would deliver him his head like Jean the Baptist. Okay, I would bring it to you on a platter.
Me want an apology.
Okay.
Once he give me an apology, then you get to hang out with me.
Okay, I will get an apology for you.
Also, that bad impersonation he done on me on that one episode, me want that episode taken down.
Okay, I am texting the editors, the powers that be right now. It will be scrubbed from the internet. No one will ever know it even existed for you, Rihanna. I love you.
Scene 2. Mo, I heard you run into Rihanna.
Yeah, girl. I saw her at the Delta Lounge. She was reading a book. She's reading actually your book, Harriet Tubman.
That's amazing.
She's a really big fan of you, Bob. She
really?
actually, she told me how much she loved the book, how she maybe is one to think about investing in it for Broadway, actually, weirdly.
He said that?
Yes, at the Delta Lounge. She is obsessed with you. One thing though.
What?
She's not really fond of the impersonations you've done of her and some other stuff on the podcast. So we need to take that episode down and
take it down? It's like it's our most viewed episode.
I know, but we have other ones that
and we also won an NAACP award for that episode.
I know.
They'll take our award back if we take the episode down.
But that's small. Those are small fries. We have bigger fish to fry. So I think we take that down. And one more thing that she would really appreciate is just an organization of words that you can say to camera that will
like a speech?
Yeah, like a speech to camera. Just saying that you didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings about.
I never meant to hurt Rihanna's feelings.
Yeah, so then you would love. So then the video would be no problem for you to make.
Scene 3. All right, well, let's make this video real quick. All right, hey Rihanna, thank you so much for wanting to invest in my book. That's amazing. I did not know you wanted to invest in this.
And no. Wait. She said just to don't say that part. She doesn't want it public knowledge. So we'll talk about that.
Okay. Here we go. Hey Rihanna, it's me, Bob the Director. I heard you were a huge fan of mine. Thank you so much. I love you. You were so amazing at the Super Bowl.
I mean, there's a reason why you're one of the highest streamer artists. And by the way, I obviously would never mean to hurt your feelings, but you gotta admit, my impression of you was really funny. Oh, me making fun of your little accent. It is so funny. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go ahead and post this to socials right now. I love you so much, Rihanna.
C4. How dare you say that on camera, bitch?
But you can't, if you want, you have to be truthful. You were trying to do sneaky shit. That's why you didn't get the apology you wanted. Do you think SZA listens to the podcast?
I don't. When I met SZA that one time at ACL, she probably like, bitch, stop talking about it. I was like, I can't stop talking about it. It changed my life. And she said that her and her team love me. So I don't know if that means probably Drag Race, probably not the podcast. But
do you think they know I do a SZA impersonation?
I hope not, to be honest.
It's pretty funny though.
It's not funny. But what we need to get into is this supposed to be an advisory. I'm not giving anyone advice.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, I wouldn't, if we're on a good roll, we can keep going. I have the questions.
Popular demand, because we know that this is y'all's favorite segment on the podcast. Y'all love when we do advisory. Baby, the subscription rates drop down, the viewership drops. There's protests outside of Sibling Rivalry studios in downtown LA. It is wild. So back by popular demand. Actually, I love advisory.
I like advisory too. I think, we're not doing a whole season of advisory. We just want to just put one in because I think it's been a long time since we've given advice. So just a little. This is not a season of advisory. Just a little pop up. Calm down.
Y'all know, it was either this or another episode with British accents. So be lucky, be happy you got what you got.
Yeah. So
honestly, I still stand by that being a peak episode for us.
I hated that episode.
I think that next to the Todrick episode, it was the one of our harshest criticisms we've ever gotten for an episode.
What was so crazy about the Todrick? What was that? It happened, I think, like, we did the episode, it came out, and you were on a cruise. So it was just me and Jacob
fighting for your life,
going toe-to-toe with the Patriots. I remember Jacob being like, this is crazy.
Why do I keep getting out of focus? What's happening? Y'all keep wondering why I keep getting up because somehow when I lean back, it gets out of focus. But sorry, we're back.
Got it.
And we're black. But anyway, okay, this sounds fun. You know, Monet, I do want to say out loud, I want you to be with Rihanna. I do. I will. Has Rihanna ever DM'd me? I wonder. She DM'd you before, hasn't she?
No.
She's DM'd Heidi. Do you want me to reach out to Heidi?
Rihanna.
What are you gonna do?
No, I've never gotten an invite from her. Wow, it doesn't say follow back. Wow. Rihanna doesn't follow me. That's crazy.
She doesn't follow me either.
I'm starting to build our bridge. I am now following Rihanna. The bridge is being built. Does she follow any Rue girls?
She follows Simone.
Nina West. She follows
Nina West. Mo Hart.
She follows. Jesus Christ.
Mo Hart, Nina West, Simone.
I believe Heidi in Closet.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think these are the seasons she watched.
Rihanna. All right, let's give some advice.
Let's do it.
Okay.
In fact, let's take a short break and then we give some advice.
Okay. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health, y'all. Personally, therapy has been a huge part of my own growth. Being able to talk to someone, work through the big emotions, the anxiety, the stress, relationships, it made a real difference in adulting. But finding a good therapist, no, that's the hard part. Long wait lists, sky-high prices, insurance confusion. Ooh, girl, it can feel like way too much when you're already struggling. That's why I'm really excited to tell y'all about Rula. Finding the right mental health care should be simple and affordable, and with Rula, it actually is. Rula connects you with licensed in-network therapists that accept most major insurance plans, and most users only pay around $15 per session. That's major. And even better, you can often see a therapist as soon as 24 hours after signing up. They have a network of over 15,000 vetted providers across 100 plus specialists. So no matter what you're dealing with, anxiety, depression, a tough breakup, life changes, you'll find someone who truly understands, and Rula doesn't just match you and disappear. They stick it out with you, helping you monitor your progress and making sure you're making real steps toward feeling better. Getting started is so easy. You just answer a few questions and Rula matches you with therapists that fit your needs, your preferences, and your insurance. Join the thousands who have already turned to Rula for support on their journey to better mental health and well-being. Getting started is simple. Just visit rula.com/rivalry today. That's RULA.com/rivalry. And when you sign up, they'll ask you how you heard about them. Now you know. You got to support your girls, right? So support our show by letting them know we sent you. Yes, we. Even Bob. Again, it's RULA.com/rivalry. Your mental health matters. Take that first step. You deserve it.
Okay, listen, I know I just interrupted either me or Monet. I know. Listen. I know you wanted to watch this whole
Stop
video.
interrupting Monet. What?
Shut up, I'm talking.
A shock.
Shut up, I'm talking. Now listen, if you want to watch the full video is available. You have to go to our Patreon to watch it. Yes, honey, people pay for this content. And they're paying it so you can watch the first half for free. So you can either thank them or you can join them, quite frankly.
Yeah. So you come join us over at Patreon and see the full thing in 4K, honey. 4K
That's
quality.
Right. Oh, and not only that, y'all, you're going to get to see a lot of exclusive content. Our one-woman shows, some of our stand-up specials are there. Crowd work specials are there. And also, I will fight you in the comments. If you come for me sideways, I will fight you.
And he's not playing. His shit bitch is not playing. The full trailer effect is giving.
All right, let's get back to the episode. I want to hear what we have to say. And we're back.
Hey, Bob and Monet. I'm so excited to be sending this message for Sibling Advisory. I would like you to maybe give me some advice on what to do next in my life, or some suggestions, really. Just to say that I am 39 years old. I am Afro-European, living in Germany, turning 40 in 6 months' time, and kind of reconsidering things because I've kind of accomplished everything I set out to do when I was a teenager. So I'm first in my family to actually graduate from high school, went on to get degree, master's, PhD in a STEM subject, in a top 2 globally university. So very competitive, kind of had quite a few scholarships along the way as well. But there are so many other things I'm interested in, including maybe reality TV production, I don't know, maybe OnlyFans. And yeah, but what do I do when I'm also the only financially stable person in my family, really? So a lot of the time they depend on me, and I've done a lot of the similar moves that Bob has done as well in helping his family and ensuring that, they are financially stable. So I would love to hear what you have to say about that. Also to say, I am Monetian, so sorry, Bob, but in that vein, would love another issue of the thick icon shorts. I've got broad shoulders, but I also have a bubble butt, so it would be really nice this summer to rock those. Thank you very much.
Wait, first of all, do we have visual aids? He's like, I'm fine. I got an OnlyFans. I'm rich. I'm smart. I got a big fat ass, big broad shoulders, a big old piece of meat hanging out the front. I got a rack in the back that'll make a duck quack. Like, what is, did he just come on here just to be like, I'm better than everyone? I'm smarter than you. I'm hotter than you. Everyone's, I'm better than all you hoes.
Yeah, this person has you sound like you have a lot going on for you, which is typical of people.
Before we give advice, y'all, we're not professionals. We're not therapists. We're not counselors. Yes. We're not doctors. We're not lawyers. We are drag queens. We're comedians. We're musicians. This is all, those are our areas of expertise. Other than that, y'all, these are for yucks. Do not get into any legal troubles because of the advice we give. Sorry, go ahead, Monet.
Oprah had this guy, I forget the doctor's name, on her podcast talking about psychedelics, like the use of psychedelics for whatever. And every 5 minutes, Oprah was like, y'all, I'm not saying to you to partake in psychedelics. Consult your doctor. But it was so gaggy, Oprah talking about doing psychedelics on her podcast.
So she does them. Oprah went to Mesopotamia.
No, she doesn't do them, but she was talking about the treatment. Anyway, so, I think supporting your family, while that is, I'm sure they appreciate the help and whatever, quenching your own desires and what you need to do to only support your family, I think will in the long term build resentments for you because you're not doing things that you want to do. So I think if the fear is I won't be able to take care of my family and they'll be mad at me because I don't want to, because I don't allow myself to do this thing, I don't think that's a good reason why. I think you can find other reasons that may be valid for you, but not doing your own thing for some other people is not good in the long term. I think that you sound like you have so many avenues you can do. I guess if you've saved enough money, you've invested enough in yourself that you don't have to kind of worry about money, then honestly, find out what, like, maybe try something you haven't considered. Like maybe that's like be doing something in fine art. Maybe you start painting. Maybe you start doing other things that you never even thought that you could do. Like, I don't think fine art is something I could ever do, but if I was in a place where I really wanted to try a whole bunch of stuff out, maybe I would try it. If you want to do this OnlyFans and bust it open for the internet, because you don't have to worry about, you don't care about what impact it might have on you to get work or whatever, then I say do that too. But I say if you have all these things that you want, all these boxes you want to tick, try everything out and see which is the one that sticks.
I think the first thing you should do is DM me a picture of this bubble butt. I want to see what you're working with. Honestly, if you would like, I would love to look at every picture you have before you post it on OnlyFans. I'll do a quality control for all your videos. I'll say this one's good, this one's great. Change the angle, spread the cheeks a little more.
Oh wow,
spread the
cheeks.
Give you. I think I'd be really good at helping you know what the fans want. I feel like I'm already a fan, although I have no clue what you look like. It just, based on what you described, it sounds up my alley. I think I'd like to be up your alley. Sorry, that was crazy.
Oh wow.
So I'm submitting myself for quality control for your upcoming OF endeavors. That's my soft pitch for myself.
You and this camera.
I don't know what she's going. Can you lower your chair a little bit?
Lower my chair?
Yeah, your chair, not the mic, the chair.
My chair doesn't lower. Remember we talked about this. It doesn't. Oh yeah, it does.
That's trying to raise my chair so we'd be on the same height. It's fine. All right, go ahead, Jacob.
Okay, here is the next question.
Hi, Monet and Bob. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for all your content. I am going to the Beyonce Cowboy Carter performance, and I'm so excited, but I want like an actual corset. I am a big booty girl and also have a bit of a tummy, and so I'd love to be corseted down. And I also was hoping that y'all would share where you buy your tights and stuff. So like, what would y'all suggest for those things? As a corset kind of newbie, I've had cheap corsets in the past. And definitely a tights newbie, at least a fancy tights. Thank you.
That was such a cute laugh. Oh my God, that laugh was so cute. I mean, I'll go. So, okay. First of all, when we say big booty girl, how big is the booty? More than likely, I mean, depending on how big the booty is, you want to go to Capezio. Capezio sells. Also, what is your skin tone? Capezio doesn't go as dark as, I think they actually started restocking the dark tights. My tights that I have, so Capezio, this is a fun fact, and this is absolutely true. Ironically, Beyonce was part of the Black Capezio tight drought that happened in New York City.
Was she really?
Yes. Beyonce's team went and bought up a bunch of dark Capezios, and I remember going back one day, I said I just could not find Black Capezios. I could not find them. But also Capezio tights, in my opinion, be a little gray.
Yeah,
there's a little grayness to them. So I started making my own tights years ago, and it's just they're just leggings. They're literally just leggings. I put the seam at the back of the leg so that I don't have to see it from the front. It's everyone's business in the back. I don't have to see it myself. The seam goes at the back of the leg, and then I wear fishnets over that. You can also wear some flesh color fishnets or black fishnets. This is what a lot of the pop stars are doing. Y'all, a lot of these pop stars are wearing pads. Not all these women are this curvy. A lot of these pop stars are wearing corsets, they're wearing pads, they're wearing waist trainers to make you think their bodies look like that. Their bodies do not look like that when they're not wearing their clothes. Some of them, you'll see them in their underwear, and then you'll see them in a gown. You're like, where do those curves come from? Bitch, they're foam. Bitch, Raymore and Flanagan on each hip, okay? So I would say Capezio is a great place to get some tights from. If you can make tights or have someone make them for you, a pair of custom leggings, just go to the fabric store. You want one that has a little bit of shine to it, a little bit of shimmer to it, because when your skin, it glistens, but tights don't glisten. Tights just are very, very matte when you buy them from a dance store, unless you get those shiny ones on purpose. Monét, you want to tackle the corset?
Yeah, so you said you got a corset before as a cheap one, and you want to like invest in a good corset. It depends on what city you live in. I would look for a corset maker in your city, like, because yes, you could go the Amazon route. I have found good corsets on Amazon before I started getting custom ones made. I found good ones that would hold me in, and ones I would wear what I would be dancing, splitting, cartwheeling, and it would still hold me together.
Can you still do a split?
I have not done one in years. I don't know. I probably can. I had to stretch into it though, and I have no intentions of ever doing one again.
Wow, she took y'all money and said you're never gonna get it again. That's crazy. You took their money.
But if not, you can find I don't know what they're called, a corsetier, someone in your city who makes boned corsets.
What do you call someone who makes a corset, Ronnie? Is a corset maker? Yeah.
A corset maker in your local town, and then you probably have to go to their office or wherever. They will do measurements of you and make sure it is a custom one for your body. Now, you're probably going to end up spending about anywhere between $300 and probably $500 for this custom corset. So know that going in, as opposed to getting one on Amazon for like between $50 and $150 maybe.
Also, bear in mind too, y'all, when you buy custom clothes, if you are bigger, you will spend more money because it is more fabric. Because you're actually paying for the fabric itself.
More materials, more boning.
So when you go to a store, all the clothes are the same price, no matter how big they are. But also there's usually a lot of fabric left over. There's not that much fabric in a corset. A corset is not covering much of your body. We actually have an actual designer here who should probably help answer this question. But sorry, go ahead, Monet.
Yeah. So that's what you're going to look into investing if you want a custom one. But also, if you get a custom one made, then you never have to worry. I mean, not never. But it also depends on how much work you planning on doing. I don't envision you wearing it to do a drag show where you fucking throwing yourself around the stage. So your corset will last you a nice time, but it's a nice investment and something you can have that is yours, that fits your body exactly how you want to. And when you make custom ones, they can fit it to because sometimes custom ones on Amazon, they stop a little short, like after your belly button, and you need a little longer to cover more area down there. So yeah, I think if you get a custom one made, it will fit you exactly and cover up all the areas you want to, whereas the one that you buy online won't be exactly, but it should be enough to do the job.
I also I love talking about corsets. First of all, you have to remember this: corsets are underwear. We'll say that again: corsets are underwear, unless you specifically have a corset that is meant to be outerwear. So if you go somewhere like Orchard Discount Corsets, the corset I wore on Drag Race was from a place called Orchard Discount Corsets. You can buy them online. It is on the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and they made the corset I wore all through Drag Race. They actually if you're buying starter corsets, they're actually pretty good. This is a corset made by the brand Domino Couture, owned by Domino, Joshua Schwartz. This is the corset that I wear. This is underwear. I would never wear this corset over my clothes. This would be so tacky. This is meant to be worn under all of my clothes. There's sweat on this. Y'all, this corset is on her last leg. I think this corset might have been her last show, literally last night. My boning's coming out, but I wear these corsets into the ground. I wear them every single time I do drag. I dance in them. I walk in them. I do my shows in them, everything. So this corset, after a while, it starts shaping to your body. Do you see that the corset is already holding its shape? Can you tell?
Yeah.
Like it starts to bend and curve to your body. Obviously, a custom corset is the best way to go. It is very, very, very expensive. But if you plan on wearing it outside of your body, don't go to Orchard Discount Corsets. Do not go. You want to go to an actual custom corset maker to have it so it can be shown on the outside. Otherwise, you're just wearing underwear on the outside of your clothes, and I think it looks really tacky. If you cannot afford to get a custom corset, I would say go and buy a corset from somewhere like Orchard Discount Corsets, but then you can make a slip. You just literally make a tube for the smallest part of the corset, and then you tuck it into the top, you tuck it into the bottom, and it can match whatever fabric you're wearing. I feel like we should ask Ryan, do you have any advice for this person wanting a corset? You want to come over here and say it close to the microphone? Because I love talking about fucking corsets. I am a corset trained girly. What do you say to this person who wants to?
So first, you want to get if you're going to get a corset, you need to have either measurements of your body done, obviously, but you also need sometimes people will make of a form, like a dress form for your body, and then they will just continue to keep making corsets for your shape, for your body. But you definitely want your measure, specific measurements, and you have to sometimes, if you have problem areas, you know how most corsets just give you that hourglass shape, and the boning is just it's just in the center, and there's just the bones that are in those panels. But have you ever seen a Daniel Rosenberry for Schiaparelli corset, where it has all of those really intricate style
I've never
lines?
seen that.
So you'll sometimes see corsets that have style lines that come down in different shapes, different because it's made specifically for your body. Say you have a little bit of a belly that you want to pull all that in, so you'll have boning that is
Why'd you look at me when you say a little bit of belly?
I mean,
why'd you look at me when you say a little bit? That's crazy. You know what? You're banished. You're banished back to the other room. But no, but go get your own, a custom corset. The thing, okay, last thing I'll say about corsets. Sorry, I know I'm going on about corsets. If you get a corset that is outerwear, it doesn't match everything. So now you can only wear with certain things, unless you get in a flat color. So I wear this corset every day. It is just a black corset. It is underwear. It goes on top of nothing. But I have a few corsets that are literally meant to be outerwear, but I wear them so rarely because they just don't go with anything.
Where's that
else.
brown one you want to see? Oh, to season 9.
In the drawer up in there.
Got it. Okay, I think we've exhausted.
And the yellow one that I wore to season 10 when I was standing in the pit while you were up there doing your cartwheel.
Oh yeah.
Would you like me to shut up about corsets? You want me to stop talking about one of my passions now?
Yeah, please. I think we've exhausted the corset conversation.
No, you're exhausting.
Let's go to the next one, Jacob.
Hey, Bob and Monet. My name is Ken. I use they, them pronouns. So I'm graduating from Oregon State University in June, and I just got my grad cap in, and it's time to decorate. I really would love for it to be something drag related because drag has been one of the main things to help me get through my college experience. And I specifically would love for it to be related to y'all, since y'all are my favorites. Y'all really got me through my 5 years of college. So if you had any ideas, I would love to hear them. Thank you, and I love you both so much.
Okay, so I think it needs to be in the pink and black Sibling Rivalry color, logo colors. If you do like a little zigzag down the middle and put a little sibling logo in on top of the zigzag, and then it has to have in tape, instead of say their names because you're graduating, say my name. I think that's a cute little thing.
That's Priyanka's slogan. No, it's what's my name.
Yeah. What's my name?
What's my name? I think that it'd be really fun for you to go and meet queens when they're performing and get signed headshots of them and then frame them. That's something I did in my home. Any queen who stayed in my home when I was in New York City, I had them sign their picture and put it up, and I framed them and I put them up on my wall. I really, really love doing that. Also, framing T-shirts I think is really nice. I don't see it very often.
What are you talking? She's talking about she wants to decorate her cap so she can wear it at graduation.
Oh, I thought you said grad cabin.
No, her cap, the cap on your head.
Oh, I thought
people put
I thought that grad cabin was some phrase I didn't know about because I didn't go to grad school about what you call your dorm. I thought they called them undergrads, called them dorms, and the older people call them grad cabins.
No, her graduation cap, the top of it, the little square to decorate that.
I'm gonna stay with what I said.
Get a bunch of prints and put them on the thing. I was like, wait, what?
I didn't know. I was so lost. I really thought she would call. I thought she said her grad cabin.
No.
They said grad cap and sorry, I misgendered you. Sorry. They said grad cap and they didn't say grad cabin.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, we're back on track. So I think that because when your cap, you can only see it from the top, so it doesn't matter. You don't do the bottom side, right?
No, only the top of it.
I agree. I think Monet you should split them down the middle. What color did you say, Mo?
Our colors, pink and black. That's our logo.
I love that. Pink and black. I want to be on the black side because Elphaba. Monet wants to be on the pink side because she's Glenda, part of the establishment. 1%er. And I actually, what Monet said is great. But if you ever think about decorating a room, just try that too. Try my other ideas were not bad.
I think Say My Name was so cute. Say my name.
The way I did not know what the fuck they were talking about. That's crazy. I was so off base.
You started talking. I was like, okay, that's a lot for a cap. But I was curious to where it was going. I was like, let me see where this goes. All right, let's do another one.
That's crazy.
Hi, Bob and Monet. I've been following you guys for like a decade, even when I lived in New York. Anyways, so I'm from LA, born and raised near West Hollywood. I'm in my early-ish 30s. I'm 33, but whatever. And I could really use your advice because I feel like I'm missing something. So here's my situation. I take care of myself and I think I have a good thing going. I'm mixed. So I have like tan, olive skin, a brunette, fuck-ass bob, big brown eyes, a nice body, tits, ass, outgoing personality. I don't have any plastic surgery, no shade, but I'm all natural, so I don't think I come off as like fake or unapproachable like some girls in LA can. But whether I'm out in public or on the apps, the vibe's the same. Guys don't approach me or seem confident enough to strike up a conversation. It's starting to feel like I'm literally invisible in my own city, or maybe I'm giving off a vibe that I don't mean to. Is it just an LA thing or am I doing something wrong? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What can I do to make myself more approachable? Thanks so much. Love you guys.
I'm gonna let Monet do this because I am very unapproachable. I do not look approachable at all. So Monet, what's your advice?
I think that if you feel like you are unapproachable, I think the only thing you can do to rectify that for yourself would be to approach people, right? I think we're long past the days of I mean, again, I don't know how you date or what the energy or the vibe you're looking for in a potential partner, but you may be looking for someone to come and court you and say hi to you or give you a pickup line. But if that's not happening, that's not working, you gotta change the plan up, girl. So if you're at a bar, go and hang out at a bar, get your drink in your hand, you see a guy that may be sitting there. I think maybe going up to more than one guy at a bar or a person that you're trying to hook, because I don't think you said. No, I think she said men, right?
She said guys don't approach me.
Yeah. So going up to multiple guys may seem a lot, and guys are fucking gross and weird. So if you see a single guy at a bar, or if you don't feel weird, you see like 2 or 3 friends together, go over and be like, hey, how you doing? My name is blah blah blah. And just find something to drum a conversation. Maybe I don't really go and approach people, but I would if I were to, I would find a good conversation starter and just approach them myself. If no one's
approach me.
Okay, sorry, I just had to come up and say this. My sister uses the same Yeti cup, and it is crazy because it's a limited edition. Yes, it's crazy because it's like a limited edition one. How did you get it?
I'm obsessed with Barbie.
Oh my God. Okay, what'd you think of the movie though?
It was good.
Good.
I thought it was great. I literally thought it was fantastic.
No, come on. Good, fantastic is a lot of words for that movie.
No, I'm a big America fan. I'm a big fan of Margot. We're on a first name basis, so yeah.
And how you gonna leave Issa Rae in the conversation? Yeah.
Is that how you suck dick?
Depending on the guy. The guy that I suck his dick for an hour and 20 minutes, that was I at hour 10, I lost all feeling in every part of my body.
I can't believe you don't want to suck dick for that long. That's crazy to me.
Bob, an hour and 20 minutes was too long. Also, I was on my knees the whole time.
That's where you. First of all, baby, I'm right now. At a certain age, if I go to your house, if I'm sucking your dick, I'm not going to shame myself. I'm grabbing a pillow.
No, I'm taking my pillow and put it on the floor is crazy.
I'm grabbing a pillow. It's a pillow from the couch.
I guess that's fine. But then
if we're on the bed, well, then I'm going to be on the bed.
But also, okay, do you put a towel down?
I mean, if I'm going to I don't get that messy.
Then you're not doing it right.
I don't get that, but whenever I get my dick, if someone does put down a towel, I'm like, this about to be. If they grab a towel, if they be like, you might want to grab a towel, be like, this, I'm gonna go ahead.
No, I put a towel down.
I'm gonna go ahead and put a star next to your name because I know this is about to be lit.
I put a towel down for sure.
I hate when you do this because your finger is so deep in your ear. Like you're down to the fucking like the second knuckle. How does your finger get that? Look at Monet, look at this. This is as far as my finger can get into my ear. You can't see this part of your hand, your finger. Put it back in there. Oh, you know what it is also? You got light-skinned hands.
For our audio viewers, can you describe how
I
Monet's
just read the thing, but they set your ass off describing shit.
So Monet's hands are, the inside of Monet's hands are very light. I would say Monet has, oh my God. I will never get over how white the inside of the inside of Monet's hands are literally the color of white people's skin. Like that is so, because you're not light skinned.
I will say
your hands, the inside of your hands are the color of white people's skin. That's crazy.
The inside of your hand is the color of a tan white person.
No, this is the color of like a Puerto Rican.
Girl, that is a tan white motherfucker.
There are black people who are lighter than the inside of my hand.
There are black people this color too.
Yeah, with albinism.
No, he's the color of black
There
people.
are no black people who don't have a skin condition who are lighter than the inside of your hand.
Nah, Bob, that is crazy. That is you
And
need to
being
walk
mixed
that back.
is a skin condition.
You need to walk that back because there are black people this color.
Like mixed black people. But there are black people like, and so anyway, what I'm saying is, okay, that was problematic. All right, you got it.
Very problematic. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
But the lines on my hand are the color of the back of my hand.
Me too.
No, Monet, do you have makeup on your hands?
No, it's my
Do
hand.
this. Are the bottom of your feet this color too?
Yeah.
It looks like a white man has his hand on camera. Has anyone else ever mentioned this to you?
No.
I will say there are several people in my life who've been like, you're the first person to ever mention this specific thing about me.
Because you hyperfixate on things. You know this.
You know I'm the first person to ever tell Nick that he had a strange voice? Can you even believe that?
Like, you hyperfixated on Lana Gerey saying, this is the first time I've ever worn this or whatever it was. No one else thought about it until you were like, this is crazy.
But it was kind of crazy. What were we talking about? Have you noticed that so many people have been like, first of all, I want to say I'm a big fan. And by the way, my body is tea. That's like every advice we have today. They're like, just so you know, my body's amazing. I just want to start by saying I got a big fat ass and everyone gags for it.
Yeah. So to this person, I want to say maybe, the way you describe yourself, maybe you are a little intimidating to approach. So I think you got to switch it up and you need to approach dudes. Because we're not down with this fucking patriarchal shit where you feel like the guy has to come and take care of
Sadie Hawkins.
Sadie Hawkins?
A Sadie Hawkins dance.
What?
The real ones know. They know in the comments.
Is this from Stranger Things?
No, Sadie Hawkins dances when the girls ask out the guys.
Oh. Yeah, so maybe you can approach them. And you know what I mean? I think try that. Try you being the aggressor, the approacher.
So because I'm not very approachable, when I'm at parties, I approach people. When I go somewhere, I want to communicate. First of all, I like to, unless I'm wearing uncomfortable shoes, I like to just zoom through the party and just go to person to person to person to person to person. I invest little bits, and I have little investments all over the party. And at some point, one of them's going to pay off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if I'm not working, I'll park and hope people come to me, but that doesn't always happen because I don't look terribly approachable. But I'll park if I have Jacob with me because Jacob looks very approachable. Jacob has a very friendly looking face, and people want to talk to Jacob.
So he's white?
He just has a friendly looking face.
Do I have a friendly looking face?
Yeah, you do actually. You have a very friendly looking face. Yeah, you look very approachable. You look very friendly. You look like someone that people would want to walk up and say hi to. I walked up and say hi to you. What did you say? I say hi to you.
I don't remember how we first started talking. I just remember that night at the Ritz. I don't remember who said. I probably came up to you after the number and be like, "Bitch, dude, that was so good. That was everything."
I mean, again, we first started hanging out when I made you that dress. I think you asked me to help you with the dress, or you asked me to make you a dress because you asked me about an outfit I wore and I said I made it. And you're like, "Can you help me make a dress or something?"
No, I think you volunteered your services. I don't think I asked you.
Well, that's not true, but we'll continue. Well, that we'll discuss another day. But because I'm not approachable, I have to go up to people and approach them, or else I will not talk to anyone at a party. So I think that's very good advice, Monet. You ate with that one.
Thank you.
Bully.
Thank you. I think we have time for one more.
Do you like that when British people say that?
Bully?
Bully!
Marvin, I was hanging out with Marvin. Like, Marvin is so funny. Marvin is so quirky, but hilarious, but dead ass at the same time. Like Marvin came as Alexander McQueen's too last night. He's like, you know, I should come and drag you now. And I was like,
He's obsessed with thinking he's a drag queen.
You gonna come and drag? He's like, yeah. I was like, no, you're not.
Marvin has never done drag.
I know. I was like, he's just gonna choose tonight to come to drag. It's very funny. Marvin's very cute.
Put it in your pants. Let's go.
Hi, Bob and Monet. My name is Evelina, and I'm 30 years old, living in Denver, and I use they, she pronouns. And I would love y'all's input on my current situationship. So
leave him.
I'm dating this guy who's really great, and we have a very loving and caring relationship. However, I spend way more time thinking about, learning about, talking about social justice and dismantling white supremacy in all its forms than he does. And it's getting to the point where he, I think, is becoming agitated at the ways that he perceives me to be constantly challenging his thinking around certain topics related to social justice. And certainly I know plenty of people have relationships where they have different political views than their partner, which I don't think we do. I think we are aligned values-wise. But I'm wondering, do y'all have any feedback on, are there ways I can be approaching conversations differently or more effectively to sort of bridge the gap when he's kind of new to learning about social justice? Or is it something, maybe especially in this day and age, that is just too big of a barrier and we should just cut it off? Would love y'all's thoughts. And I'm so grateful for everything that y'all do. You always lift me up, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
All right, you go first. I have so much to say about this.
I gotta say, it sounds like he has some political leanings that he doesn't want you to know about. Like, it sounds like he's leaning right when you're, running left. That's what it kind of sounds like to me. And I have a lot of friends who are like not political, but I don't have any friends who are irritated that I am often political. Like, I think that would be a hard line for me if I had a friend who was like, can we not talk about politics? Or can we not talk about this? That would be a hard line for me personally. I don't think I could associate with someone like that because I like talking about, like, the way I talk on this podcast is not just for this. This is how I talk about my life. I will call Monet and be like, can you believe this shit this administration is doing? Can you believe this shit that this problematic person did? I do a lot of this stuff. Black Queer, Town Hall, a Black Queer podcast, me and Peppermint's podcast, was born out of conversations that we just had on the phone. And then we were like, let's turn it into something. Monet and I, this podcast was born out of conversations we just had on the phone, and it became something. So I personally don't think that I could have someone like that in my life, especially not dating. I mean, at that point, I have to be like related to you for you to be in my life, personally.
Yeah, I would find it pretty tough to date or talk to or court whatever someone who seems to have different political leanings as me. This situation happened twice on the most recent season of Love Is Blind. It was fucking crazy. Sarah and Ben, and then Virginia and Devin. Virginia and Devin were both two Black people. Devin, Virginia was very liberal, blah 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 blah, and Devin was like skewed left a little bit. I mean, skewed right a little bit. Not a little bit. I think he was a Trumper. And she was like, I just can't fathom like dating someone who is that. And then Sarah, who's a white woman, and Ben is a white man. Sarah's family, she has LGBTQIA plus family. And then literally on one of the dates, she was like, what do you think about Black Lives Matter? And he goes, I never really thought about it. So her thing is like, it's not something that you cannot think about, bitch. We're also from Minneapolis. Everything that went down in Minneapolis. She was like, so just the fact that it's something that you don't think about and you're not conscious of, that means that we cannot be a thing, because the fact that you think that you don't have to give it thought is a problem. And I agree with that. Like, if this person is like, can you like please not, or seems agitated or irritated about it, and it's something that you're passionate about, then that's not gonna work. I feel like, I hate to use this term, which is very biblical, but y'all don't seem equally yoked. It seems like y'all are not aligned, and eventually that will probably lead to problems, right? Like, I cannot imagine dating someone who, even though I love them, whatever, and we voted differently, I couldn't even do that. Like, I cannot live with someone who voted conservatively or who support because that means that you support conservative values, and therefore we cannot be a thing because I don't agree with a lot of their values. So, but you have to see what works for you. But it worked for some people. Some people are in two completely different households. The wives are Republican, the husband's a Democrat, or vice versa, and they make it work. They live, they're happy, they have kids, whatever. For me, I could never do that situation.
I can't even not mention to my friends who still have Teslas that their Teslas annoy me.
Right.
I'm like, you driving a Tesla?
Yeah.
You really drive. Now, granted, I know y'all bought it before all the shit went down. We didn't know then what we know now.
Yeah.
But it's time to sell.
And also, we're just in a different time. I keep on saying this. This is not like the Democrats and Republicans of our grandparents or our parents. The Republican Party is someone who is literally seeking to dismantle equality.
It's Kelly Mantle.
Dismantle equality, just good ethics and moral. Like they're operating in a very deleterious and disgusting way. It is not like the Condoleezza. And again, not saying the Condoleezza Rice and all those whatever. Like I know they.
What a great name though. Condoleezza is such a cunty name.
It is.
Condoleezza. Oh.
It's not Condoleezza Rice. It's not fucking what was
Colin Powell.
Colin Powell. These are fucking JD Vance. This is fucking Donald Trump, and these are evil people. So it's just different.
Isn't there a Colin Powell building in Harlem? What's that building on 125 near the Apollo? It's like the Colin Powell.
It's
Adam Clayton Powell.
Adam Clayton Powell, not
There
Colin
it
Powell.
is.
I'm screaming.
Who is Adam Clayton Powell?
I don't know. Some nigga.
Yeah, I remember being like Powell. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
He's a former United States representative from.
He black.
Of course he's black.
He represented Harlem.
He black.
Definitely.
He represented Harlem.
He black.
New York City.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't say yeah, Jacob. What was he?
He was a person of. Actually, was he? Sorry, this.
Wow, Jacob
I don't
sounds
think he-
Asian.
I don't think he was black.
Puerto Rican.
really. Adam Clayton Powell wasn't black.
Mexican.
Oh no, he was black. He's just very light skinned.
Oh, so now you on the side of Bob's, and Alaskan people ain't really black.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Oh well, actually, this is interesting. So he was part of his success. I think is because he was so white passing that like in the early 60s and
Like
70s.
Monet's hands.
That makes sense. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. If I saw this person, I would think it was a white man. I would not think this was a black man. Bob, look him up.
Adam Clayton Powell.
See, this is what we're talking about with phenotypes and shit, right? So like, you know, what I mean? Yeah, that's what Jacob said.
To be honest, if this man told me he was black, Middle Eastern, if this man told me he was
turned for mixed race with African and European ancestry.
this man could tell me he was pretty much anything, and I would be like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All
Wow.
right, we do it at the end of the podcast because I really have to pee. Bye, everyone.